The Matt's Movie Reviews channel is brought to you by 80s Tees. 80s Tees is an online retailer of licensed t-shirts and pop culture gear from your favorite movies, TV shows, cartoons, video games, comic books, and musicians. Celebrate your inner 80s nerd and click on the link in the show notes below to get the raddest retro t-shirts delivered to your door. Hi, my name is Matthew Pejkovic from Matt's Movie Reviews, and this is my review of A Quiet Place, Part 2. Horror films are rarely built on the premise of hope. Whether it be The Mist, Hereditary, or many others, there is an inherent nihilism in the horror movie experience that fuels the dread and terror on display. A Quiet Place curbed that trend. Directed by Krasinski, the film dared to tell a story of hope, family, and sacrifice in a post-apocalyptic world terrorized by blind alien monsters who hunt their prey by sound. It was an intense and scary watch, but one with a strong positive depiction of humanity as an enduring and resourceful species, and one that depicts family not as burden but as hope. A Quiet Place Part 2 continues this philosophical stance and so much more. The film begins with the continuing story of the Abbott family. You have the mother Evelyn, played by Emily Blunt, the deaf teenage daughter Reagan, played by Millicent Simmons, son Marcus, played by Noah Jupe, and also a newborn baby. They are moving on from their compound in search of a new sanctuary. This leads them to Emmett, played by Cillian Murphy, a neighbour turned reclusive survivor who is forced to face his own demons when asked by the Abbott clan to help them survive a world in which both monster and man is hunting them down. Now, before all of this, there is a prequel sequence that tells the story of how these creatures came to terrorize Earth. Immediately, we are showcased to Krasinski's continued development as a filmmaker, not only of intense horror scenes, but also as an action filmmaker who thrusts his viewers into intense scenarios. There are stakes throughout A Quiet Place Part 2 that many horror thrillers would kill to have, a palpable fear of the deadly consequence that arises when silence is broken in a world slave to monsters menacing, murderous, and mysterious. Krasinski has delivered a film about perseverance and hope, in which a family unit rely on one another to survive, to fight, and to have faith in the power to overcome. With A Quiet Place Part 2, a horror movie that portrays what it is to live as opposed to thriving upon the spectacle of death. Thank you for watching the Matt's Movie Reviews channel. Please subscribe for more reviews, podcast interviews, and exclusive content. Also, if you would like to request a review and support my work, please join my Patreon via the link in the description below.